Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to Tuesday's session of Divine Femininity United. I am your girl, Dr. Bianca Miss B. Lee, and we are journeying on in the book collectively, The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. We are today reading chapter 10, you all. We have made it through 9 chapters already. And tonight will be our 10th chapter. Hello, everyone who's joining me, whether you are joining me via Clubhouse or Facebook or YouTube. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for being here. Go ahead and share. I welcome all people to come on in. I love new family members, love new friends. Come on in. What's the song? It ain't no fun unless the homies can have some. So come on and bring the homies in so that we can have a good time and really dive into this chapter, which is entitled The Secret to Life. We've gone over The Secret to You, which was so good. And we're going to recap The Secret to You in a moment. It was amazing. It was the last chapter that we finished on Sunday. Prior to that, we had The Secret to the World. Before that, The Secret to Health, and then the Secret to Relationships, The Secret to Money, all of those things, even the processes on how to acquire and how to manifest some of those things that we have coming in here. Listen. Jay on Clubhouse says, "Hey, Miss B, thank you for holding space for us always." One thing I am committed to is my call. You understand? I'm committed to my call. None of the things that I do is free to do, right? These may be free platforms, but none of the things that I do is free to do. But I will say this, I'm worth it. My call is worth it. You're worth it. Your call is worth it. And so we have been destined to cross each other's paths to gain and glean from one another for whatever the reason, right? It's my duty to pour into you all, whether you grab it today or whether you grab it next year. It doesn't matter. Either way, we were meant to cross each other's paths. Otherwise, we wouldn't be across each other's path. Hello. Okay. So with that being said, it is my duty to create space for any and everybody who I'm purposed to impact, influence, or who is purposed to impact and influence me. Okay. We are one of one. We learned that 2 chapters ago. We are one of one body. I am one person of one body, one spirit, one energy, right? And if you're not okay, and if you're unhealed, or if you're sad or angry or bitter, then it affects me. It affects me. And so if I am in your life by way, whether it's directly or indirectly, and I know that you're not okay, and I have a form of an antidote for you not being okay, to reverse that, it's my duty to give it. It's my duty to share it, because until you're okay, I'm not gonna be okay. And if we all saw life, society, this race, human race, in that view, we would all be there for one another to do the things that we are to do for each other and elevate, raise the frequencies of this realm, and all become our very highest self. Align with our highest self. We're already our higher self. The problem is we don't remember that we already are our higher self, and to align with that higher self. You know what I mean? And it's books like this that help us to reconnect, disconnect from any concept, any understanding that is not our own, and then reconnect with who we are, what we are, how we are. And books like this help us to do that, So I'm grateful for all of the twists and turns and all of the things that we've experienced, even throughout this life's journey, because they all yielded to us remembering. They all yielded to us remembering, because the only reason that we experience those things is because in whatever area was affected by those events, we didn't remember who we were. And sometimes it takes going through those events for us to recall and remember, right? I didn't understand that I was deserving of love until I experienced not being loved. I didn't understand what a crucial need for peace was until I experienced chaos, right? It's those things. Every single thing that we've encountered in this journey was for this journey. And the sooner we accept that, the better we will be. I promise you. You are not a victim of anything, not at all. You are a victor through it all. And through it all, it was necessary to open our eyes to who we are, you know? And I'm grateful, man. The more and more aligned I am with who I am, right? The more and more aligned I am with who I am, not who I'm becoming, who I already am, who I was before I even entered this earth. The more I align with more and more of who I am, the more my eyes are open to things that matter to who I am, and then they're closed to things that don't. So are my ears, so is my spirit, open to things that matter to who I am, and then closed to things that are no longer serving me, right? And it's a beautiful feeling. It's a beautiful feeling, even after reading books like this. And I said this last week, that if we are reading material like this, or any other books that we've encountered, any other books that you've encountered on your own, and you, by the end of that book, just walk away with a finished book or read book and not an evolved you, then you just wasted time. You just wasted a whole bunch of time, however long it took you to read that book. If you finish reading that book and you walked away with a finished book, but not an evolved you after reading this book, then you just wasted time. And I refuse to waste time. My time is my energy, and I refuse to waste time. So whether, I kid y'all not, I love everybody, and I love when I have full platforms and full rooms and full everything. But let me tell you, because I'm committed to my purpose, not people. I'm committed to my purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm committed to my purpose, I will be here. I will be here enthusiastic. I will be here front and center. I will be here rain, sleet, snow, and hail, whether there's a room full of people or not, because I'm committed to my call. I say this all the time. I am for somebody, not for everybody. You know what I mean? There's billions and billions and billions of us on this planet, right? All of us have our specific duties. That's why I said, if we all align with who we are and how we are and what we're supposed to be doing in this life, then we all would complete every single thing in this earth will be completely satisfied, because we're all doing what we're supposed to do. I can only focus on what I'm supposed to do. How it's going to get done, it's not my business. I can only focus on what I'm supposed to do. And it's books like this that remind me that I am doing what I'm supposed to do, for real. And even that is a great feeling of confirmation. It's a great feeling to know that you're on the right track. Sometimes we want to know, am I on the right track? Am I on the right track? And it's a beautiful feeling to know that you're on the right track, because life confirms that. You know what I'm saying? Open doors confirm. Some closed doors confirm that you're on the right track, that you've been promoted from that last terrain. You've been promoted from that last level. You've learned the lessons of this level, and now you're open to walk into the next. And that is a beautiful feeling, to know that you have evolved, that you've grown, that you've graduated, you've been promoted. Man, oh man, oh man. That's a wonderful thing. I love it here, and I intend on staying here. So, I would love to have everybody to rock with me because I love a good company. You know what I'm saying? But if I have to ride this thing solo dolo, so be it. So be it. You know what I mean? I love that here. I love it here in the solo role too, because that there's something about that isolation that breeds elevation. Hello. All right. All right, y'all. We're going to move on. We are reading through the book The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. This book has already been revolutionary, and you all listen. Every segment I offer this book. It's only $5 to your Gmail, your Drive, for you to have it electronically, an ebook version. But after this book, you all, and we're soon to be complete with this book, with this particular part of this book. But there are 3 other parts after this, 3 other books. And we are absolutely going to continue on to those other 3. Okay. We gonna complete this cycle. We're not gonna start and then be snaggletooth and go to something else. Oh no. We are on this trajectory and we're gonna stay here, because it's one thing to see or hear information for the first time. It's another thing to continue to repeat it, so that it's committed to memory, so that these practices are nature. They become nature. You completely purge and uproot the old way of thinking, and you've replaced it with this because you are continually practicing it, going over it, repeating it. You know what I'm saying? So yes, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. Okay. Now, last chapter, which was Sunday, was chapter 9. And it was The Secret to You. The secret to you. How many of you all know there are secrets to us? Okay. And I would go even further to say these secrets sometimes are kept secret from us. Some secrets of you are kept secret from you because they're not safe with you just yet. You haven't prepared a safe place for those things to be revealed to you just yet. Okay. So that's what we're going through right now, is the preparation. We're preparing a place for those things that are hidden to come to fruition, right? So last chapter's recap with The Secret of You. The first, everything is energy. Everything is energy. You are an energy magnet. So you electrically energize everything to you and electrically energize yourself to everything you want. Absolutely. We learned in the first chapter that we are human transmitters. So we're communicating at all times by way of energy, by way of frequency, by way of vibrations. We're always communicating, So question is, what are we communicating and what are we drawing? Because we're energy magnet. What are we becoming magnetized to, and what's drawn to us? The next point, you are a spiritual being. You are energy. And energy cannot be created or destroyed. It just changes form. Okay. Therefore, the pure essence of you has always been and always will be. The pure essence of you has always been and always will be. So the pure essence of me that has changed forms from lifetime to lifetime, or whatever the case, energy that is not created or destroyed. It just changed forms. So what I need to do is connect with the pure essence of me that holds all info about me. I need to align with that essence. I need to, with the pure essence of me, right? Align with the pure essence of me so that I can gather all information that I need, all universal information that I need, that I've collected over the course of the different forms that I became and that I was, from form to form. My energy transferred from form to form, gathered all information in each form that I now, in this iteration of me, I want to grab hold to. I want to gain access to all of the memory pockets from all the forms of my energy over the course of my existence. You know what I mean? And that's possible, if we open ourselves up and yield ourselves to that and become elevated enough to attain that, that's good. And on top of that, before I move on to the next point, it says energy only changes form, which means all of those loved ones that you are mourning, what you're essentially mourning is their physical body being gone, their physical being no longer being in the same presence of your physical being. But you're not mourning their essence, because their essence has never gone anywhere. Their essence is still there. Their energy is still there. It's just not inside of that body that you can physically see and touch and things like that. So you're mourning the attachment to the body of that being, not the being, not that energy, right? When I learned that, if you all have been following me enough or long enough, then you have heard about the story of my son passing in 2011. And so I mourned him hard. I mean, for the first, I want to say about 7 or 8 years. And it got to a place that I didn't even recall what date it was, because what I do, I make my own. I'm an entrepreneur, so I make and that was the first year that I became an entrepreneur as well. So ever since that, I make my own calendar, I make my own schedule. So I'm not really worrying and caring about a date or whatever often at all. So, but my body, my emotions was very much so in tune with what date it was every year that I was mourning him. And so around 2 or 3 days before that, I would start feeling light heaviness. And the closer it got to his birthday, which is April 24th, it would grow heavier and heavier and heavier, right? And then I would look at the calendar and I would notice, this is why. I couldn't shake it for anything. And it's because my inner being was still connected to missing the physical form of him and not his actual purest essence. And when I realized that, that's when I said, okay, I will never mourn my son again. And I never have after that. I will never mourn my son again, because he's no longer, he's not gone. He's not gone. He's always been and always will be. And so will your loved ones. Okay. So I felt I needed to go over that, before I went to the next one. All right. The universe emerges from thought. We are the creators, not only of our own destiny, but also of the universe. Okay. The next point, an unlimited supply of ideas is available to you. An unlimited supply of ideas is available to you. All knowledge, discoveries, and inventions are in the universal mind as possibilities. All knowledge, all discoveries, and all inventions are in the universal mind as possibilities right now. Right now they are, and waiting for the human mind to draw them forth. They are just there, readily available, waiting for the human mind to elevate and draw them to it. Okay. You hold everything in your consciousness. Everything. The next point, we are all connected. We are all one. Like I said at the top of this portion here, we're one of one, for sure. Next point, let go of difficulties from your past, cultural codes, and social beliefs. You are the only one who can create the life you deserve. That is so true. Let go of the things of your past. What happened, happened. It's over, past tense. You cannot undo a thing that has gone and is behind you, right? Let go of the difficulties from that. No longer stand in guilt, shame, dishonor. No longer stand in that. And furthermore, do not allow somebody else to keep you there. It's behind you. I don't care if it was 5 minutes ago, yesterday, this morning. It's behind you. Let go. If a mistake was made, learn from the mistake, learn the lesson, and release it. Release it. Okay? It happened because there was a lesson involved. If you've obtained the lesson, release the thing. Release the difficulty. Release the past. Also, release cultural codes. I get it. I understand. You Black, your people Black, they came from Black, I know, I get it. You white, a Jew, your people Jewish, they came from the Jewish time and the Holocaust. I get it. Your folks is Native American and they, I understand. Your people is Hispanic or Asian. I get it. I understand. And there is a cultural code to adhere to. I understand. However, this is the realization of all of this, y'all. We're one. We are one. We are one body. We're one race. Yes, each one of the races have its own history, okay? Its own history. However, the reason that you were born as a Black woman in this life is because your call, your purpose, your mission needed you to be Black and a woman. The reason that you were born a white male is because your purpose in this life needed you and required you to be a white male. If you were supposed to be a white woman, guaranteed for your purpose in this life, you would have been a white woman to complete what it is that you're supposed to complete. That's it. There is no golden child. There is no chosen people. We are all one. Okay, we're all one. All of that stuff is planted in division, two visions. Okay, not one. Die. That's not that don't go together. One vision. We are one of one. There's no other group of people that has no. We're one of one. Okay, and social beliefs. Whatever society says you're supposed to do as a woman, you're supposed to. As a man, you're supposed. Listen. According to who? These are man-made rules. Because your free self are free to do, be, say, and live however you so choose. That is the power of will. Okay? That is the power of free will and choice. All right? Society cannot depict anything for you, which is, I'm just shocked that we've allowed society to determine and dictate and say what is and what isn't. We've allowed society to have a voice and just speak on the behalf of, or ridicule, or belittle, or spotlight somebody in the way that they do something, or whatever the case. And crazy, the reason that certain people get a spotlight is because they're inside of the entertainment arena, whatever the case. But half of the people that got something to say about those people in the limelight probably living and doing the same thing. Probably making some of the same foolish choices. Okay? But you just ain't famous enough for somebody to actually do a story on you in the public. So it's easy for us to deflect off our own stuff and point the blame and somebody or the finger at somebody else. I'm not worried about society and what it's doing. My only focus is me, myself, and I. This is the reason why I don't watch TV and the news and reality shows and all of that stuff, because it's all fake and phony anyway. Like, why would I allow myself to get worked up over a scripted something? And it's all scripted, okay? Just so you know, it's all, even the nightly news, it's scripted, okay? Because they're only telling you what they want you to know. And then they're telling you in a way that it triggers emotion, okay? Okay, all right. The next point, a shortcut to manifesting your desires is to see what you want as absolute fact. Not, oh, I hope, oh, I mean, I wonder if. No, you have to see what you want as an absolute fact. Not it's coming, it's here. It's here. Not next year I'm going, no, today I am. Today I have. And you have to not only say it, you have to know it in your consciousness. You have to already see yourself having it, doing it, being it, going. Okay? That's what makes it an absolute fact. Period, point blank. Once it's done in your mind, it's done. It's done. Period. I was a doctor before I became a doctor. All right? I was an entrepreneur before I became one. I was a beast before I became one. Okay? Hello, somebody. And so are you. So are you. The last point, your power is in your thoughts. So stay aware. In other words, remember to remember. Remember to remember. Remember that you are a beast with it. Remember to remember that you are a god. Remember to remember that you are a goddess. Remember to remember that you are deserving of love, everlasting, at the purest form. Remember to remember that you are deserving of abundance, that you are abundance. You have to remember that you are peace. And that everything that exudes from you is peace. You must remember that you are an extension of the most infinite intelligence in the universe. You have to remember that you are highest self. You are not a lowly, undeserving, all of that. No, you have to remember who you are. When we access that purest essence of ourselves, that's when we tap into that remembering, that pool of remembering. Okay, that pool of understanding who you are. Remember to remember. Remember to remember. Remember to remember. Okay, that is my daily goal, to remember who I am, who I was, who and what, and all of my other forms. Remember to remember every last energetic form I was prior to this iteration. I want to remember to remember. Remember to remember some things that you naturally know how to do. You haven't gone to school for it. No one taught you in this life. Though that is you remembering to remember. Because apparently one of your former forms knew how to do that. One of your former forms knew how to execute in a way, That's awesome. That's a good thing. All right, here we go. Going into chapter 10, The Secret of Life. All right, Neil Donald Walsh, who's an author, international speaker, and spiritual messenger, states, there is no blackboard in the sky on which God has written your purpose, your mission in life. There's no blackboard in the sky that says Neil Donald Walsh, handsome guy who lived in the first part of the 21st century, who ... Mm-hmm. And then there's a blank. And all I have to do to really understand what I'm doing here, why I'm here, is to find that blackboard and find out what God really has in mind for me. But the blackboard does not exist. So your purpose is what you say it is. Your purpose is what you say it is. Your mission is the mission you give yourself. By way of our choices, by way of our, that's the mission is what you give yourself. Your life will be what you create it as. And no one will stand in judgment of it now or ever. You get to fill the blackboard of your life with whatever you want. If you have filled it in with baggage from the past, wipe it clean. Erase everything from the past that does not serve you and be grateful it brought you to this place now and to a new beginning. You have a clean slate and you can start over right here, right now. Find your joy and live it. Find your joy and live it. Jack Canfield states, it took a lot of years for me to get to this point because I grew up very much with this idea that there was something I was supposed to do. And if I wasn't doing it, God wouldn't be happy with me. Because that's the mindset that's given to us. You know what I'm saying? He continues to say, when I really understood that my primary aim was to feel and experience joy, then I began to do only those things which brought me joy. I have a saying, if it ain't fun, don't do it. Hello, 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 hello. I talked to one of my clients today, and I told them, I gave them an assignment. I asked them to write down everything that they are doing right now, all of their habits, everything that they're doing, the things that they're physically doing, mentally doing, whatever. And then look over all of that list and then ask yourself why you're doing it. Why am I doing this? And then ask yourself, how do I feel about this? How do I feel about doing this? If you are arriving to your job and you have a full-on attitude before you get out the car, just at the thought of entering that building, you are not listening to yourself. Because clearly that is not the job for you, my love, at all. Because if it ain't fun, you ain't supposed to be doing it. If you don't feel good about this act, this job, this relationship, this investment, this whatever, what are you doing it for? Why are you putting yourself through that? Okay. Neil Donald Walsh goes on to say, joy, love, freedom, happiness, and laughter. That's what it is. And if you just experience joy sitting there and meditating for an hour, by golly, do that, okay? If you experience joy eating a salami sandwich, then do that. Hello, do that. Jack Canfield goes back to say, when I pet my cat, I'm in a state of joy. When I walk in nature, I'm in a state of joy. So I want to constantly put myself in that state. And when I do, then all I have to do is have the intention of what I want, and what I want manifests. That part. Okay. Now, in today's terms, they call that mysticism. Hello, magic and mysticism. But you know, we get caught up on terms and words around these parts. Okay. When at the same time, y'all, it's all the same thing. Okay. Just different words. Do the things that you love and that bring you joy. If you don't know what brings you joy, ask the question, what is my joy? And if you find it and commit yourself to it, to joy, the law of attraction will pour an avalanche of joyful things, people, circumstances, events, and opportunities into your life, all because you are radiating joy. Dr. John Hagelin states, so inner happiness actually is the fuel of success. Inner happiness is the fuel of success. Be happy now. Feel good now. That's the only thing you have to do. If that's the only thing you get from reading this book, then you have received the greatest part of the secret. Dr. John Gray states, anything that makes you feel good is always going to be drawing in more. You are reading this book right now. It's you that drew this into your life. And it's your choice whether you want to take it and utilize it if it feels good. If it doesn't feel good, then let it go. Find something that feels good, that resonates with your heart. The knowledge of the secret is being given to you, and what you do with it is entirely in your hands. Whatever you choose for you is right. Whether you choose to use it or whether you choose not to use it, you get to choose. The freedom of choice is yours. Joseph Campbell states, follow your bliss and the universe will open doors for you where there were only walls. Man, listen, okay, that is good. Lisa Nichols states, when you follow your bliss, you live in a constant space of joy. You open yourself to the abundance of the universe. You're excited to share your life with those you love, and your excitement, your passion, your bliss becomes contagious. Yes, it does. Dr. Joe Vitale states, that's what I'm doing almost all the time, following my excitement, my passion, my enthusiasm, and I'm doing it throughout my day. That part. Bob Proctor states, enjoy life because life is phenomenal. It's a magnificent trip. Yes, it is. Marie Diamond states, you will live in a different reality, a different life. And people will look at you and say, what do you do different from me? Well, the only thing that is different is that you work with the secret. Okay. Dr. Morris Goodman states, and then you can do and have and be things that people once said that's impossible for you to do and have and be. Dr. Fred Allen Wolf states, we're really now moving into a new era. It's the era where the last frontier is not space, as Star Trek would say, but it's going to be mind. The last frontier is mind. Dr. John Hagelin states, I see a future of unbounded potential, unbounded possibilities. Ooh, I like that word, unbounded. Unbounded, unrestricted, unrestrained. It's free, it's readily available. Wow. He says, I see a future of unbounded potential, unbounded possibilities. Remember, we're using at most 5% of the potential of the human mind. 100% human potential is the result of proper education. So imagine a world where people are using their full mental and emotional potential. We could go anywhere. We could do anything, achieve anything. My goodness. One of my favorite movies is Lucy. I don't know if you all have seen it, but Lucy, listen, I understand it's a movie, but you have got to know that art imitates life. Okay. And Lucy, unbeknownst to her, was injected with some type of serum that expands your mind's ability and potential. And that girl, moment by moment, was expanding in her mental capacity. And when she reached 100%, ooh, baby, she was nothing to shake a stick at 50%. But at 100%, can you imagine what you would be capable of if you were utilizing 100% of your mental and emotional and physical and spiritual capacity? Yikes. Ooh, listen, you can't mess with me at this moment, okay? I, I am no joke right now, okay? Mess with me at 100% of usage. Mess with me, and I have elevated myself to 100% of all of me. Oh, baby, just move away from me. Just slide to the side and let me come through. Okay, that's it. Talking about I be feeling like the man when I walk through. Oh, I am that. Absolutely. Ooh. He said 100% human potential is the result of proper education. So imagine a world where people are using their full mental and emotional potential. Can you imagine if every last one of us was using all 100% of our mental and emotional potential? The elevation that this world would experience, the elevation, the high frequency, the high vibration that this realm would experience if all of us was operating at our fullest, highest potential. We could go anywhere. We can do anything, achieve anything. This time on our glorious planet is the most exciting time in history. We are going to see and experience the impossible becoming possible in every field of human endeavor and on every subject. Absolutely. As we let go of all thoughts of limitation and know that we are unlimited, we will experience the limitless magnificence of humankind expressed through sport, health, art, technology, science, and every single field of creation. My goodness, boy, to see that, ooh, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Elevate me, okay? Take me to another place. Take me to another land, okay? All right, for real. The next section is embrace your magnificence. Embrace your magnificence. Dr. Proctor states, see yourself with the good that you desire. Every religious book tells us that. Every great book on philosophy, every great leader, all the avatars who have ever lived, go back and study the wise ones. Yes, the Stoics. Many of them have been presented to you in this book. They all understood one thing. They understood the secret. Now you understand it. And the more you use it, the more you'll understand it. Absolutely. Absolutely. The secret is within you. The more you use the power within you, the more you will draw it to you. You will reach a point where you won't need to practice anymore because you will be the power. You will be the perfection. You will be the wisdom. You will be the intelligence. You will be the love. You will be the joy. I'm going to say this as a spiritualist as well. Yes, we have so many tools, spiritual tools. We have our gemstones. We have our pendulums. We have our cards. We have, our altars. We have all of those things, right? And yes, all of those are tools to access and gain more insight and things like that, right? But those are utilized as tools because you haven't tapped into your own natural ability to obtain the insight that stone will give you, or that card will give you, or that, you know what I'm saying, that altar will give. That's because you haven't become the tool. Okay? Because we're still seeing and using things outside of us. We're still depending on things outside of us to give us that insight. Outside of us to give us insight. When you become the tool used to access that information, you no longer need tools. All right? You no longer need tools. You no longer need to sit at an external altar. You are the altar. Right? So what they stated here, you will reach a point where you won't need to practice anymore because you will be the power. You will be the perfection. You will be the wisdom. You will be the intelligence. You will be the love. You will be the joy. Lisa Nichols states, you've come to this juncture in your life merely because something in you kept saying, you deserve to be happy. You were born to add something, to add value to this world, to simply be something bigger and better than you were yesterday. Every single thing you've been through, every single moment that you've come through, they were all preparation for you for this moment right now. Imagine what you can do from this day forward with what you now know. Now you get that you are the creator of your destiny. So how much more do you get to do? How much more do you get to be? How much more people do you get to bless simply by your mere existence? What will you do with that moment? How will you seize the moment? No one else can dance your dance. No one else can sing your song. No one else can write your story. Who you are, what you do, begins right now. Michael Bernard Beckwith states, I believe that you're great, that there's something magnificent about you. Regardless of what has happened to you in your life, regardless of how young or old you think you might be, the moment you begin to think properly, this something that's within you, this power within you that's greater than the world, it will begin to emerge. It will take over your life. It will feed you. It will clothe you. It will guide you, protect you, direct you, sustain your every existence if you let it. Now, that is what I know for sure. The earth turns on its orbit for you. Come on, y'all. Just sit with that idea of your importance. The earth turns on its orbit for you. The oceans ebb and flow for you. The birds sing for you. God, y'all, that thing is big on me right now, man. I feel that thing in my chest. The sun rises and it sets for you. The stars come out for you. Every beautiful thing you see, every wondrous thing you experience is all there for you. Take a look around. None of it can exist without you. No matter who you thought you were, now you know the truth of who you really are. You are the master of the universe. You are the heir to the kingdom. You are the perfection of life. And now you know the secret. May the joy be with you. Ralph Waldo Emerson states, the secret is the answer to all that has been, all that is, and all that will ever be. Oh, my word. Now, the summary of this chapter, this final chapter of the book, is you get to fill the blackboard of your life with whatever you want. The only thing you need to do is feel good now. The more you use the power within you, the more power you will draw through you. The time to embrace your magnificence is now. We are in the midst of a glorious era. As we let go of limiting thoughts, we will experience humanity's true magnificence in every area of creation. Do what you love. If you don't know what brings you joy, ask, what is my joy? As you commit to your joy, you will attract an avalanche of joyful things because you are radiating joy. And last, now that you have learned the knowledge of the secret, what you do with it is up to you. Whatever you choose is right. The power is all yours. Ooh, y'all. My goodness, man. This was amazing. And she had some amazing authors, co-authors with this in this book. My word. She says, may the secret bring you love and joy for your entire existence. That is my intention for you and for the world. This is good. I would say this is one that you would want to revisit. This is why I offer the books. This is one that you will want to revisit. And again, it was only 10 chapters, a very, very, very easy read. A very easy read. Okay. But when I tell you, you are so much more than what you think you are. You are so much more than what you think you are. And it is high time that you learn that you become that you see that for yourself. It is. It's about time for us to see it for ourselves. That is good. So we are about to embrace another version of the secret. Okay. I want to say, let's see, because I think I have them in order. So there is the secret, the power, there is the magic, there is hero, And then there is the greatest secret. So I want to say the greatest secret is where we're going to be going into. Okay. So now these chapters are chapter 1. Well, first she has the beginning. And then chapter 1, hidden in plain sight. Chapter 2, the greatest secret revealed. Chapter 3, the reveal continued. Chapter 4, you're dreaming. It's time to wake up. Chapter 5, freedom from the mind. Chapter 6, understanding the power of feelings. Chapter 7, the end of negative feelings. Chapter 8, no more suffering. Chapter 9, dissolving limiting beliefs. Chapter 10, everlasting happiness. Chapter 11, the world, all is well. Chapter 12, the end, there is no end. Oh, yes, honey. So, yeah, this is, listen, y'all. Ooh, are y'all ready for this? Are you ready to go into this evolution, our next level, our next mission? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? I'm ready. And I'm here to go with you on this journey, okay? Now, for the next book, if you want to acquire the next book, you can feel free to reach out to me and get ahead of the game, okay? Become up here with us and get this book and get yourself prepared, okay, for the book that we're about to embark on, okay? If you need to receive that particular book, and even if you want this book, reach out to me and I will get it over to you immediately, okay? You can email me at info@biancamissblee.com for any information that you acquire, that you want to get more information and more clarity on. Feel free, whether it's through this platform or whether it's my courses or bookings and things like that, merchandise and all of those things. Merchandise also, you all, is made available at walmart.com. That was official about 3 weeks ago. So feel free. We've been getting orders in left and right. You don't want to miss your purpose wear by Miss B. But again, Walmart has some items, but they don't have all items. All of the inventory and the merchandise is on my website, which is BiancaMissBlee.com. Okay. Follow me on social media as well. You all, Instagram, Dr. Bianca Miss B Lee. Facebook, Dr. Bianca Miss B Lee. Twitter, just Bianca Miss B Lee. And YouTube, Dr. Bianca Miss B Lee. Again, I stated this at the top of the hour, but I'm going to reiterate it now that any past sessions that we have had, you can feel free to catch them on my YouTube channel at Dr. Bianca Miss B Lee. Everything prior to Clubhouse Days. Clubhouse Days is 2020. Prior to Clubhouse Days was strictly video, okay? And I've been doing a blog for, oh my goodness, since 2017. So all content for all the years will be made is accessible over on the YouTube. I don't know. I might have to run over there real quick and do some removing, okay? Because there's some stuff over there I may not want you to know about Miss B, okay? I'm just saying. But it's all good. You go on over there to the channel. It's fun stuff and all of that stuff. It's all types of good stuff over there. So go over there and check out all of the videos that are over there on the page. All right. Understand that I stated this, that I am a spiritualist as well. I'm also a spiritual teacher. And so you can feel free to come to my Patreon, and we do all things spiritual over there. Okay. We talk about the history of, we go over the greater and lesser keys. We go over angels. We go over herbs and flowers and the purpose behind them outside of just aesthetically looking pretty for you. Okay. All types of stuff. We go over everything. I promise you, everything, cardiology, all of those things, becoming the tool, becoming the spiritual tool. We go over all of those things over on patreon.com/Mama B's Kitchen. Mama B's Kitchen, because we are flipping the wrist. We're flipping the wrist over there in the kitchen. Throw your apron on and let's get ready to cook up something, okay? Also, for those of you all who are aware, I am a founder and organizer of a nonprofit organization, a 501c3, and we have a drive going on as we speak. This is the 2023 Thanksgiving homeless food drive and toiletry drive. So we are handing out a minimum of 250 toiletry bags to the homeless. And in those bags, we'll have socks and towels and soaps and toothbrushes, toothpaste, sanitizer, first aid kits, shampoo and conditioner, combs and brushes, hygiene product, deodorant, all of those things are going to have all of that inside of those bags. And we absolutely are asking for the public to come in and help us. If you go to my website, on the main page, the homepage, you will see an area where you can click and go to the Amazon wish list, and you can select some things that you want to contribute to this year's donation and homeless drive. Okay, go to my website and you will see it absolutely right there. Let me put my website back up here. If you go to that website, on the homepage, you'll see Thanksgiving homeless drive. Okay, you want to go there and access the Amazon wish list. Select as many items as you desire. No item, no donation is too small. We appreciate every single thing that you all do, okay, for us in this mission, all right? But together we are stronger. Together we are better. And again, understanding and having a concept that I am you and you are me and we are one. We are one. There is no high me and low you. We are one. Okay. And so, like I stated earlier, if one of us is down, then all of us are down until we all are up. Okay. So join me and my team in, loving on the people, loving on our people, loving on our other selves. Okay. Alrighty. I think that is it for the church announcements. Feel free to come back. Get yourself prepared. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Feel free to come back on Sunday. We will be right here for another segment of Divine Femininity United with Dr. Miss B. Dr. Bianca Miss B. Lee, okay? We'll see you back here on Sunday. I love you. I mean it. There's absolutely positive. I mean, absolutely, positively nothing that you can do about it. Don't you even try it. We'll see you back here on Sunday. Peace.